Take a slow breath in and gently breathe out. The day is finished now. Nothing is needed from you anymore. You are safe. You are calm. And this quiet moment is just for rest. Tonight, let me tell you a gentle story. A story that moves slowly. A story that wraps around you like a warm blanket. Far away, beyond busy roads and noisy places, there was a quiet valley. It was a place tucked away from the world, a secret known only to the moon and the stars. In this valley, time moved slowly. The hours didn't rush by. They meandered like a gentle stream. The air was soft, carrying the sweet scent of night-blooming flowers and damp earth. The sky always seemed a little kinder here, a deeper, more comforting shade of blue. At the edge of this quiet valley stood a small wooden house. It wasn't a grand house, but it was sturdy and warm. Its windows glowed with a gentle golden light, a beacon of peace in the deepening twilight. Inside, everything was peaceful. A well-loved armchair sat by the fireplace, where embers glowed softly. A wooden table was clear of clutter. There was no rushing here, no worries, no lists of things to do. There was just calm. A deep, abiding sense of stillness that settled over everything like a soft layer of dust. Inside this peaceful house lived a little light. It wasn't a bright, blinding light that demanded attention, too. It wasn't a loud, flickering light that made you nervous. It was just a small, warm glow, steady and constant. The little light had one simple job, a purpose it fulfilled with quiet dignity. It was here to shine softly at night, to be a gentle reminder to the world that rest was allowed, that it was not only allowed, but necessary. Each evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, and the sky turned from orange and pink to a deep, velvety blue, the little light would wake up. It never hurried. It never felt a sense of pressure or obligation. It simply began to glow, softly at first, then a little more steadily, filling its small corner of the house with a gentle radiance. The world outside could be busy, but inside, with the little light, there was only peace. One quiet night, when the air was perfectly still, and the only sound was the distant call of an owl, the little light decided to take a slow walk. It felt a gentle pull to see the valley. It watched over each night. It drifted, weightless and serene, out of the open window of the house. The cool night air felt soft against its glow. It floated across the soft grass, which was damp with evening dew. It passed by tall, ancient trees that stood like silent guardians of the valley. Their leaves whispered gently in the breeze, sharing secrets that only the night could understand. The moon, full in silver, watched kindly from above. It cast long, soft shadows across the valley floor. The stars blinked slowly, one by one, as if they too were settling down for a long, peaceful sleep. Everything in the valley moved at the perfect pace. the pace of rest. There was no need to hurry, no destination to reach. The journey itself was the point. A slow, wandering journey through the quiet of the night. The little light drifted onward, its soft glow illuminating a path into the forest that bordered the valley. The forest wasn't dark or scary. It felt like a grand, quiet bedroom. The animals were already resting. A young deer lay curled beneath a canopy of ferns, its breathing slow and even. A family of rabbits slept soundly in their burrow, tucked away from the world. High in the branches, owls slept with their feathers puffed and warm, their wise eyes closed for the night. Even the leaves on the trees seemed to rest, hanging heavily from their branches, no longer rustling with the energy of the day. The entire forest breathed in, a slow, collective inhale. And then it breathed out, a long, peaceful exhale. The little light glowed just enough to cast a gentle light on the sleeping creatures. Its presence a silent promise. You are safe. You may sleep. It didn't wake them. It just added to the deep sense of peace that filled the woods. Soon the forest opened up, and the gentle sound of moving water reached the little light. It had arrived at a quiet river road. The water flowed slowly, meandering through the valley without any rush or urgency. It wasn't carving a path or hurrying to the sea. It was simply flowing, content in its journey. The sound was soft and rhythmic, a constant gentle shushing, like a lullaby sung by the earth itself. The little light floated out over the river, hovering just above the surface. It watched its own reflection ripple gently in the dark water. The moonlight danced on the surface, creating shifting patterns of silver and black. Each ripple seemed to carry something away. With every gentle movement of the water, it felt as if a worry was being carried downstream, dissolving into the quiet of the night. Each ripple made the night feel even calmer, even more still. As the little light drifted above the slow-moving river, it noticed something profound. The night did not ask for effort. The moon didn't struggle to shine. The river didn't strain to flow. The stars didn't work to twinkle. The night did not ask for perfection. It was perfectly imperfect, with its shifting shadows and unseen corners. The night only asked for one thing. It asked for rest. It invited everything to let go of the day and simply be. The little light felt itself grow lighter, its glow softer and warmer. It felt a sense of release, as if it too were letting go of some unspoken burden. It felt calmer than ever before. And maybe, as you listen, you can feel that way too. A gentle letting go. A quiet release. Beyond the river, the landscape rose into a small, rolling hill. The hill was covered in soft, thick grass that looked like a velvet blanket under the moonlight. The little light drifted towards the hill and settled there, resting gently on a blade of grass. From this vantage point, it looked up at the vast, endless sky, filled with a million distant stars. Star seemed to whisper a message, carried on the silent night air. "You did enough today," one seemed to say. "You are enough," whispered another. "There is nothing more you need to do. There is nothing more you need to be. Sleep now." The messages weren't loud, but they were clear. They were messages of acceptance, of kindness, of permission. Permission to stop, permission to rest. The air on the hill grew warmer, wrapping around the little light like a gentle hug. The sounds of the night grew quieter still, fading into a soft, distant hum. The breathing of the valley became slow, easy, natural. Your own breathing might be slowing down too, becoming deeper, more relaxed. There is nothing that needs your attention right now. Nothing that needs fixing. Nothing to figure out. There is only this moment. There is only rest. After a long, peaceful while, feeling renewed and deeply calm, the little light decided it was time to return home. It drifted slowly back across the valley, over the gentle river, through the sleeping forest. The valley slept on, the forest slept on. The river flowed quietly on its journey. The world was at peace, and the little light had been a part of that peace. It floated back through the open window and settled into its familiar place inside the small wooden house. It continued to glow, its light a steady, comforting presence in the quiet room. It had learned that its job was not just to shine, but to be a part of the great, peaceful rest of the night. And now, it is your turn. It is your turn to rest. Your turn to drift. Your turn to sleep. The night is kind. The world around you is quiet. You are safe. You are comfortable. Let go of the day. Let go of everything. Just drift. Good night.